Man, I want to kind of go into your background. You originally from Dallas?
Yes, originally born and raised Dallas, Oak Cliff to be exact. Yeah.
Because I don't feel like you don't sound like a Dallas person or a Dallas,
Right.
Native. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a good thing because you kind of are evergreen where you can last in any market, or if that's like you want to sound more like where you from. You know what I mean?
It's been pros and cons with that.
Okay.
But because I don't sound like the, everyday Dallas rapper, I wasn't always accepted in my city. You know what I'm saying? People would kind of shine me or like, he from Oak Cliff, but he don't sound like it, so, you know what I'm saying? He ain't street enough, whatever case may be. Or, you know what I mean? He just don't fit what we doing, so like he an outcast. So I kind of been that, but they also have that respect for me where like they know my artistry, but it's like we ain't gonna support it. We're gonna leave it over there and then do what it do. But on the bigger scale, I love it, bro, because my story is gonna be just that. Like I'm really a concrete rose. Like I wasn't supposed to make it out of where I'm from. You know what I mean? Like I don't fit the norm, and that's what Dallas needs. Like on a bigger scale, cause it's too many like niggas that fit the norm. So where's the growth gonna come from? You know what I mean? So when out of towners, they think of Dallas, they think of country. Like everybody ain't in country in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We some country niggas though. We late on fashion, etc. But it's niggas like me. It's a bunch of us that, you know what I'm saying, pushing it forward and trying to bring real dollars to the city. I never cared about being a man in Dallas. Like never. And that's where I see fault with a lot of our legends. That like they never surpassed, because I was like their ceiling was Dallas. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like that's what's gonna take me worldwide. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you look at my top streaming cities, Dallas ain't even in the top 4, top 3.
Really?
And I love it because I'm gonna be like, hey, you niggas ain't put me on. I don't owe you niggas nothing. I'm gonna continue to rep, but nah, y'all don't owe you nothing though.
Yeah. That's crazy, because I hear I don't know where I hear it exactly from, but I always hear like you gotta leave your city to blow up, and then. But I be feeling like that's backwards to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The people who see you rise, but I guess it gets to a point where people just get comfortable in seeing you. They just like, oh, that's just Jayson.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I went to school with him.
Yeah.
I know his cousins. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
His mama used to teach at John B. Hood. I was up there playing sports. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But man, I don't think you necessarily have to leave the city, but your marketing does. You know what I mean? Your branding has to leave the city. That's what needs to get up and go out of town every weekend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But Dallas would always be home, but now it's about really branding worldwide.
That's dope, man. I feel like do you feel like Dallas has a sound? Because I feel like Dallas is kind of like there's no like real stamp. Because I like when you hear Houston screw music, you know, okay, that's Houston. You hear New York, Atlanta, LA. I don't feel like Dallas really has a sound like where you could identify like, okay, that's a Dallas sound, unless it's like a what's that shit them niggas used to be doing, the Dallas drop or some shit like that. What's that?
So the sound for Dallas would be the boogie sound. Like,
okay.
You know what I mean? But the guys that were popping in got older and their fan base got older, so they on different stuff. But when you think of Dallas sound, you think of the boogie movement.
Okay.
But I look at it as this, like, you know, when you think of LA, like I guess YG would fit like the normal LA sound. But then you think of Kendrick, and his music is so diverse, you can't really put it in a box. So I think every city has their sound, but you know what I'm saying, you can still make music past, you know, that sound. You can still, you know what I mean.
What's a record that you would say this is what Dallas sound is? Do you have a record?
So many. My Dougie by Lil Will, Fat Pimp, Rack Daddy, Big B-Hamp, Ricky Bobby.
Okay.
Young Nation, anything they dropped. I think one song was work your legs. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's all like I would consider boogie.
Okay.
Lil Ronnie, all of them, like they kind of like made that the Dallas sound for sure.
Okay. It's funny you mentioned Kendrick, because that's the vibe I get from you. Okay. Like you and Kendrick's vibe or it's similar to me.
Yeah.
Because I feel like both of y'all are really in y'all everyday lives are kind of reserved and chill.
For sure.
but y'all get a mic in front of y'all, y'all turn into somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is that? Do you ever get comparisons to Kendrick?
All the time. I met him once.
Really?
Yeah, a while back, like 2013. We got a picture together and everything.
Okay.
So it'll come back to the forefront.
Yeah.
But nah, it's funny you say that because I look at it as Kobe. You know what I'm saying? On the court, Kobe talk shit. He like put up 500,000 if I missed his free throw. You know, he talking about your mama and everything. But off the court, he like a family guy. You know, daughter's dad. You know what I'm saying? He don't like to go out and kick it with everybody. I heard he was an asshole. I don't know about the truth of that, but you know, I don't want to be an asshole. But I say that to say, it's definitely like a Superman cape I put on, like when I'm in the studio, versus like right now we come, we chill, we can talk about whatever. You know what I mean? But when I get behind that mic, I take it very serious.
Yeah. Like you transform.
Yeah. Like.
Yeah. Thank you for tapping in with us. In order to see more clips like this, check out this video here or check out this one here.